I love to ask this question to senior people, leaders like yourself. When you interview, I mean, we're assuming by the time at this stage in your career, when someone gets you, they've already been vetted from the skill set perspective. How do you assess character in a short amount of time? Because listen, character is spent over time, right? To really assess them. But what are some of those telltale signs and questions to know that you're going to make a decision to hire someone who's good inside?
Yeah, so that's a fantastic question. It's $1 million question. Firstly and foremostly, anybody senior at this company, I interview them for exactly that. I'm looking for their value set and whether they're accretive to our culture. That's what I do when it comes to talent acquisition. I have a strong belief. There is no point in having a question that isn't behaviorally based. I want to know, what do you do, right? What did you do? Because if I ask a question about what do you think, right? Anybody knows how to answer that well. But I always ask questions about, tell me a time when. Okay, so I mentioned it earlier. Tell me a time when you screwed up. Give me an example. Why was it a screw up? What did that do to your value set? I also ask the values questions like, tell me someone you've worked with that you really didn't gel with. What was it about that person? Because it tells you their value set of what they don't like. Mm-hmm. And then tell me about somebody you work with that you really love. What was it about that person you love that gives you people's values without you having to go, what are your values?
It's a terrible question. It's almost like, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, it's inane. So always tell me about what you did or why you think something. And I drill very deeply. I always ask the question too, what are you most proud of? What did you do? And I drill deep down into why was it successful? What was it you loved about it? What was it that made you feel that your self-esteem? Because all of that tells you what the person is. Tells you whether they're competitive or whether they really are a completer finisher or whether they're financially oriented. It tells you so much.